supply.
Lae'zel had the makings of a formidable ally, if one prone to acts of impulsive violence. Still, such conflicts will not serve our party well in resolving this little parasite problem of ours. Best we cast from the same spellbook from now on.
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again. You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned. You too. Shall take you both then.
Offer yourself first, Kanyak!
So, the Gith is a killer. Hardly surprising for their people. Still, it's good to know she's more likely to attack you face on rather than stabbing you in the back.
Damn. Wish Lae'zel and Shadowheart could have solved that without coming to blows. I guess it's no surprise the Githyanki warrior won out, but Shadowheart held her own. I'm going to miss her. She was all right.
Speak.
Yes,
Had Shadowheart produced the relic, she would have lived. She chose deceit over her own life. The object must be returned to my people, by my hands or another's.
Lae'zel is a powder keg, and Shadowheart was the spark. If she points a blade at one of us again, don't hesitate to strike. We can afford no more unrest among us. Not if we're to survive long enough to rid ourselves of these worms.
Our Githyanki companion thinks little of killing those who deny her. An admirable quality, so long as her desires align with our own.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation, or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
Remove yourself if you are so easily offended. This is not your concern.
Nonsense. You're just finally showing us what you really are. A reaver to the bone.
Spare your indignity. Every word that spills from your mouth is worth less than the last.
Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why. Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
It's too late. You can't appease them. We have to do what's right for us. The artifact stays with me.
You think this can be settled with just words? No. Honor demands I take something from you. Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
You hear that, Lae'zel? It's called common sense.
Tisk. You seek reason in dishonor.
I doubt this one's wits will be any sharper by then.
I do not wish to spill blood here. Come daylight, we will find a place to end this.
Fine. You can accept you're wrong, or we'll be rid of you permanently. Either way, I win. You had every chance to look the other way, but here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned. She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance. I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lae'zel and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep easy and get murdered by a pack of goblins or gnolls instead. Lae'zel might be a reluctant ally, but she is good at killing. I'll point her in their direction.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
Speak. It is over where I am concerned. I will not be bearing the burden of the half-elf's deceit. She was the source of strife. I was the end of it. I suggest you turn your eye of judgment to her.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.